Purpose is really purposeful when you put it to work. It is your gift. It is your value add to this world. I started with, like hey, the passion, let's talk about it. But you know what? I realized that I needed to learn processes and systems. Otherwise, I was going to have a lot of chaos.
Fresh insights into what it means to lead today.
What is that frustration? What is that frustration really saying? Because I'm also going to speak to your purpose. So sometimes you might say like, well, I don't know when I feel fulfilled. Well, tell me when you feel frustrated. And then we look at the opposite part. So that's another way to look at your purpose. Well, and of course, well, I do have an assessment. Just by the way, I have an assessment where people can look at that for purpose aspect. But I would say, um, talking to somebody, a lot of these times is people will tell you. Some people right away can see you, and they're like, "Oh, well, you're so good at this." Like, really? Like, well, getting around people usually helps you be able to get a clue or more stability on what your purpose is as well.
Having those conversations with other people and understanding what their experience of you is so helpful in understanding purpose. Both because they may see things in you, have experienced things with you that you don't realize you're
Mhm.
doing. And also because there will be times when they say, "Oh, you're amazing at organization." And inside you're saying, "I hate organizing." Which is great because all that means is that you've learned how to be really good at something that's not your purpose.
Yes.
And you're feeling that
Yeah.
dissension that's telling you, no, that's not an important factor. And maybe you want to minimize that, in fact.
Oh, 100%. I mean, like some of them, for example, you may have gotten really good at that skill because maybe you really wanted to stay at a certain job. And the reason why you like that job was because maybe the leader or because of the products that you did. So that became a skill so that you can stay in an environment that you really believed in. So it's being able to like things exactly like that because I mean, I've had that. I've had it where like, I'm good with processes and systems, but let me tell you, Hannah, do you want to do processes and systems all day? No. No, I had to learn it. you know, like I said, I started with the heart. I started with like the hey, the passion. Let's talk about it. But you know what? I realized that I needed to learn processes and systems. Otherwise, I was going to have a lot of chaos because that's what happens when you have all heart and all love and like hey, you're really caring for people and you just people, but you don't have people systems, you have chaos. But then you have only systems and processes, you have rigidity, and you have a structure that takes the soul and the life out of what you're doing. So in both cases, they're not good because one can be very fastly fractured and cause pain, and the other one is going to be chaotic and you're not really going to get ahead. So there's skills that you may have learned because you really like this part, but you know that in order for me to be able to do this, I need to learn to do that. So, so understanding even why did you learn that skill, because that also will give you a clue on what it is that you really want to do. Why did I learn to organize a closet when I hated it? What was it? Maybe because I wanted to stay at that house, I wanted to stay in that city. Maybe that's what it was. But that skill, so those are acquired skills, in versus the nurtured skills, right? Some of the skills that you currently have, and understanding that that frustration or even the desire to want to be fulfilled, it very much is directly to your purpose. And also knowing that purpose really is something that you find out, but purpose is your gift to the world. That purpose is not for you. It's something that you do, you get to experience it, you get to have it. But purpose is really purposeful when you put it to work. It is your gift, it is your value add to this world.
An example I like here is that I may be super fulfilled in painting, and I
Mhm.
may know that my purpose here is to paint this amazing art. And I may be completely fulfilled just doing it for myself. That if I then have the courage to offer it to other people so that it can brighten up their life, all of the purpose and fulfillment I feel from doing for myself gets magnified and reflected back to me so many times. And if you are
Oh
perfectly
yeah.
happy doing just for yourself, imagine what it would feel like to have it reflected back from even one other person, let alone all the other people who are just clamoring to
Oh
have
yeah.
you in their lives.
Oh yeah. 100. I mean, you see that, right? You see that with kids. As soon as they find something, look at this. I mean, the first one, like, you want to show it. You want to share. When it's something good and something like you've done, you want to share it with somebody. That's a natural thing. Unnatural is when you start like, no, I'm just gonna keep it to myself, and you start like, oh, but you want to show if somebody really like when you are opening yourself up to somebody, you show them something that you created. You understand like, oh, and when they admire it and when they see it, absolutely. So that is a one key thing